morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday and we are fired up for another episode of Coffee with Khalipa, a short format podcast where we dive into something that I'm thinking about for this upcoming week. And of course, we do it while sipping on some coffee. Now this week, the topic of some conversation is you can't skip steps. You can't always take the easy way out, and you surely can't have any shortcuts. And looking at CrossFit as an example, years ago I was competing at the highest level professionally. I had fallen in love with the process. Day by day, gotten stronger, better, fitter. And so I got to a point a couple years ago where, for example, I was clean and jerking close to 400 pounds. Now, about a week ago, I started clean and jerking again, but I hadn't been training these type of weights for years. And I tried to skip steps, tried to go back to that weight, and it surely didn't happen for me. And that same thing is reflected in business as an entrepreneur, or perhaps you're an employee at a company. You cannot skip steps and assume you can accumulate knowledge if you never had the time and the process to get there. So something that I'm thinking about going into this week is whether it's competing at, the Rogue Invitational or whether it's building the business, I need to remind myself to fall in love with the process. That every day I'm trying to get 1 inch a little bit better to accumulate knowledge, to build the foundation that I know I could always fall back on as things get challenging. And I shouldn't be searching for these easy way outs. I shouldn't be finding this. I should fall in love again with building up that base. And thinking about it in terms of fitness, I am day by day putting in some strict pull-up work, some handstand push-up work, because I know those are deficiencies. And today, I might not be where I want to be, but hopefully a couple months from now, I'll be back to where I wanted to get to. But I can't just all of a sudden skip a step and assume I'm going to be there. It's just not going to happen. And you can really say the same thing about almost anything in life, is that if you assume that, let's just say you get a promotion, but maybe you didn't have the earned confidence, the background to actually accomplish that task, are you really doing yourself a service? I don't know. I think that if you go into a position that you haven't had the background for, and maybe somehow you had achieved this position, over time, these deficiencies, this lack of knowledge or this lack of taking the steps will present itself. And so for me, I'm just thinking about everything that I want to accomplish in my life. What are those things? How do I make one step of progress to get to where I want to be? And not just search for this easy way out, not just seek out the path of least resistance, but seek out the one that's going to build me a foundation that I could fall back on forever. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not in this life for the short game. I'm in it for the long game. And I want to make sure that I'm developing the tools to have a bunch of stuff in my tool chest to get ready to attack whatever problems I should fall into, whether it be business or fitness. And so I'm getting after it this week. I hope you guys are as well. Let's stay motivated and inspired, not to skip steps, to fall in love with that daily grind, that daily process, and to know we're getting a little bit better every day. But that's really the only true way to develop this sustainable thing that we could fall back on when things get tough. I'm fired up this week on some coffee, drink some barbell brew, and I hope all of you can leave me a comment, shoot me a direct message. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Please rate, review, share this podcast with your friends, and let's keep moving the ball forward, guys. I'm fired up. I hope you guys are too, and have a phenomenal week.